Hello, everyone. It appears that we're live. At least I'm hoping so. According to the technology that I can understand on my screen, we're live right now. This is kind of a last minute thing. I don't know how many people are going to be actually joining me live for this, but obviously you can watch it after the fact if you'd like. I got a sketchbook to do, and I've been working on a Kit Carter page. Long overdue, I know. The next episode of Kit Carter. And I thought, you know what? Last minute, let's go live. I was going to work on it, but I thought if I'm going to work on it, let me work on it with you. I got all the lights on in here, so I'm a little hot, as you can see the glow on the old bald spot there. So you have to forgive the amateurish lighting. So it's what is the date? It's September 14th. This is Aaron Live, episode whatever it might be. And we're going to do basically what we always do, and that's draw and chit-chat. I'm up here in the Great Northwest that's burning like crazy right now. So we have smoky skies, horrible air quality outside, so I can't even go out and do anything recreational. So I'm holed up inside, and so might as well do a video, right? And get some work done. The interesting thing was I was planning on doing quite a few more videos than I've actually been doing recently. Because after I finished Justice League Annual #2, which was about 3 weeks ago now, maybe, I had a week off where I was doing some commissions and I was going to do some more live feeds. And then I got hit with a Wonder Woman story that needed to be turned around immediately. So I've been kind of buried in that for the last week and a half. And so things never go according to plan around here. So everything's always last minute with me. And I've been criticized my entire life for not planning ahead. So here I am again, not planning ahead and providing you with entertainment if you're out there. And it doesn't really look like anybody is out there. No, there's 9 people watching. Hey, that's enough to get going. Okay, so I got an order on a sketchbook. So I'm sure that all 9 of you that are watching at the moment have seen this before 100 times. But when you got as many of these as I do, you got to push it. This is my raw imagination, 20 years of sketches, hardcover sketchbook, the last sketchbook I will ever do. That is a promise. And it won't be the last art book I ever do, but it will be the last sketchbook I ever do. So anyway, this right here is available for $25, $5 shipping in the US, and they're all signed and numbered. Or you can get a sketch inside right here on this wonderful blank page right across from Conan for an extra $20. So $45 plus $5 shipping in the US. And that's exactly what I'm doing tonight. I'm going to be doing a Electra sketch, which I think that's pretty cool. I haven't drawn Electra in probably a decade or more. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to work on the Kit Carter page, episode 9, maybe. And I'm going to discuss technique, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. So it's not just going to be me drawing and telling stories about San Diego. I'm actually going to be kind of going over what I'm doing and why. So that might be of interest to people that are interested in drawing. Or you can just watch and, oh, look at all these people have dropped in to see me. All right, well, I've got to adjust the camera, which I always have to do in the most amateurish way possible. And my desk is not cleaner. It's in fact messier. I find I got a real issue with keeping my studio clean. Because I always feel like I don't want to waste time cleaning my studio when I could be working on something. Or posting on social media, which I spend way too much time doing. And I don't really spend that much time doing it. I actually spend more time reading social media than posting it. Here's my glasses. They have tape on them, like a total nerd. I don't know if you can see that Scotch tape there. The screw popped out. I could not get the sucker back in, so I have to get them to the optometrist to get them fixed. So I got this thing taped together. So I'll try to spare you having to look at that too much. Is tonight garbage night? My wife just came with a big old garbage bag.
For you, I'm going to put your body in it.
Whew. It's getting crazy already. All right, let's see who's here. Fly Fox Pro is always here. Thanks for joining. Nighthawk Warrior has joined us. Thank you. I am good. Thanks for coming in. Mark Anthony, hello all. Going to revoke that pro in your name too. See, that must have been something I said, and then I forgot what I said, so now I don't get the joke. Benjamin Lee has joined us from Seattle. Yeah, well, you're smoky up there too.
Ugh.
Let's see.
From smoky Seattle.
I still have the electric commission who drew me at.
Wait. Is your air hazardous like it is down here up in Seattle?
Ours is what was the latest reading on it?
397.
That's not good.
So it's hazardous to your health.
So it's like your golf score. The lower, the better. So
unless we're playing.
Yes. Let's see. No Gary tonight. I see you guys are talking amongst yourself. Court. Hello. Court is up in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, and this drawing is actually for his girlfriend. So if I can find a pencil, we'll get rolling. There's one. Oh, there's another one. Lloyd Delagarde says hello, sir, and I say hello to you, Lloyd.
Sir.
Okay.
So proper.
I know. I'm so professional. Benjamin Lee says the air is very unhealthy here in Seattle. Well, here too.
We win.
That's what. Yeah.
It's hazardous.
Oh man. All right. So, gonna go
tell
Electra.
them that your daughter's off to college
In a week.
We leave Saturday.
That's right, but don't rob our house because there'll be someone here. So
That's
don't get any wild
we
ideas.
have so many valuables too. Studying art, of course.
Of course.
She is her father. Oh yeah, Seattle's 243. We could only hope to be 243.
Yeah, what were we, 390?
397. This morning was 400 and something. Yes. But considering at one point we were 3 miles from the get ready to evacuate zone.
Yeah, we get a little nervous there, but it's backed
Save
off.
the comic books.
That's right. I have not, my collection is not insured, so I'd have to go through and sort of figure out which ones to save, get a couple boxes of the good stuff. So that would have been very, very painful to have to make that decision. Hopefully we won't have to. Hopefully things will be getting better. It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Goodness sakes.
Let me zoom in a little bit here so we can see Electra better. Yeah.
Cannot open the windows. Yeah, nope. Leaving the windows. Yep. 2 baby parakeets. They need good air.
That's right.
We haven't been able to walk our dog, and so he's just a lunatic.
He's going nuts in here.
Oh, you have the air purifier in the bird room, but do you have it in a human room? That's your priorities.
Yeah.
Right there.
Keep them birds alive.
Yeah, evacuating would have sucked. We had to prioritize. Comic books, art, baby pictures, videos, pictures of the kids, the dog.
Then all my books, I tell you.
My pain meds.
That's
that would number one.
A change of underwear, it's just
there's you're in an accident.
That's right.
Still laughing
I was going to say, it's like George and Gracie. For those of you who remember,
we're almost as old.
Radio from the 30s and 40s. I'm sure there's a ton of you on here that appreciate that.
Show Sammy's. So our daughter's first homework assignment from college was to draw 50 fruits.
50 pieces of fruit.
I wanted homework like that.
That's but
I got my math degree. We didn't have that much fun doing math.
It's a lot of fruit though. But yeah, they started her online, but now we're going to go drop her off in Phoenix and drive through Vegas on the way back. So we may not have any money by the time we get home.
Oh, I see. Hold on, I gotta read Benjamin. Oh, new parakeet last week.
His bedroom. Let's see. There's a purifier in his bedroom where I keep the new parakeet, but made a mistake of introducing 2 birds before performing 30-day quarantine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that bird talk? You have to quarantine the birds before you get a new one, or?
Yeah, Phoenix. It didn't seem so bad when we talked about it in the spring. And now that we're leaving Saturday, we'll be empty nesters.
I know. So what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Oh, I did want to share a couple things before I forget. So there's this place called Rocket Fizz here in there. Yeah, well, yeah,
there you go.
PG-13. So and it's like this soda and candy store and just weird stuff. And it's like they've got like all this candy from when I was a kid. So I keep going there with my daughter and buying stuff. Remember this stuff? Gold Mind Gold Nugget bubble gum. There's like these nuggets of bubble gum. You have to take like a handful to get enough gum to actually chew
and it has
something.
flavor for about 47 seconds.
Yeah, it's kind of gross, but I did chew some the other day.
Safe road trip. Yep. She has so much stuff. We had to rent an SUV to get all of her stuff in it.
YouTube notified you that I was live. That's what I pay the big bucks for. I'm going.
Wow.
Can I check this out? Candy cigarettes, baby. Huh? Remember these? They used to actually have them in actual like cigarette brands like Camel and.
But I think the cigarette looked different.
They had a red tip.
Yeah. These
don't have the red tip, but they're like the candy, and they kind of taste like candy paper.
We thought we were so badass by pretending to smoke them in grade school.
Yeah, good old days. So anyway, I wanted to share that stuff with you.
Eating.
That's right.
What else did we get?
That's good.
You guys got some crazy soda.
I got apple pie soda. Which is actually pretty good.
That's disgusting.
The cherry vanilla tasted like cough syrup. I wouldn't drink it.
The Popeye ones. Yeah.
Well,
maybe if you do another.
They had like Charleston Chews and all those kind of old candy bars and stuff. And
if you do a Kickstarter, that can be one of the. If you
get a pack of candy cigarettes.
Yeah. Cigarettes.
Yeah.
You too can be badass.
That's right. Rodney's jumped in. Hi, Rodney. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I haven't seen candy cigs for an age. Well, I hadn't either. That's why I bought them. They suck. They're horrible, but hey, I had to get some.
They're having a conversation. Apparently, the baby parakeet either likes your voice or really doesn't like your voice.
Candy cigs to get kids hooked on smoking. Apparently, that was the plan. Because seriously, we used to be able to buy. They were the actual brand. They looked exactly like
it was like
the
Camel.
package. Yeah. And Marlboro and all those kind of things.
Those are different than when I was younger. Yeah, they look different.
Well, nothing's the same.
Because heaven forbid they can make guns that look like real guns to do airsoft, but can't make candy cigarettes look like real ones. Ooh, what about the bubblegum cigars? Did you ever have those?
They have actually no, but they had like this package of gum that had like weird flavors. A lot of that stuff you used to be able to get out of the back of comics, like onion flavored gum. Fool your friends, you don't buy it. You buy it to give to people, and then they go, "Oh, this is horrible," and you go, "Ha ha ha." So they had some of that, but they didn't have any of the funky flavors. So what did you get? A Goo Goo cluster?
Mm-hmm. It was Goo Goo delicious.
Fifth Avenue
just
candy
really
bars,
needed those
stuff
calories.
Like that. Oh yeah.
4 voices going on right now. It sounds like our house sometimes. Sammy screaming, the dog growling, me yelling.
It's a party atmosphere all the time.
What are you doing, boo-boo?
Our dog is up to no good.
What are you doing? There's nothing for you down there, silly. You're a silly dog. Ooh. So that box was my new phone. Finally.
My wife is the ultimate Amazon orderer. Every day there's a new box showing up.
Well, but at my age, I forget what I ordered. So
it's like Christmas.
What's in the box? I don't know. But not for Verizon finally got me my phone.
It's about time. Gosh,
I know.
darn it.
Well, it was like a week ago. Whoopee cushion from the back of comics. Oh yeah.
Weren't they Echo brand of candy? I'll take your word for that, man. I don't remember. Bought my first whoopee cushion from the back of a comic. Remember those X-ray glasses? Always, they'd show like a guy looking through his hand, and you could see the bones through his hand. And then there was also like you could see a girl, but you could see her underwear underneath her dress, and it was like somehow I don't think these really work. But I never ordered them, so I don't know what the shtick was with those. I think the only thing I ever ordered was the onion gum when I was in grade school, so I could give it to my friends and laugh when they grossed out. So that was the good old days, man.
Yeah.
We were easily entertained.
Unlike now.
Well, I should say we were entertained by cheap things. Now our entertainment is much more expensive.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about comics, maybe they're just not as good either. And they were cheap and good back then. Now they're expensive and...
Well, the ones you get are super expensive. Because your wife is so nice.
That's right, because I only buy old collectible ones. I don't buy any of the new stuff. Or rarely.
You get most of it free.
That's true.
That's true.
Sea monkeys. Yes, I remember those.
Oh, yeah. They always scared me, though.
That was just like algae or something, wasn't it? I mean,
it was gross.
Because I used to draw, like, they had this little ad in the comics, and they would have like this whole family with little faces and stuff, and you get your own group of sea monkeys, and I think they were just like gross little algae things.
Funny.
So I think this is book number 190. And my goal was to get to 200 before the end of the year. So we're going to have to start pushing these a little bit harder, I guess. Or get some new people in here that don't already have one. Because I know most of you guys probably have one. Hey, there's John Smith. I knew he'd show up eventually. He says hello to you too, Shelley.
John, we're taking Sammy to college on Saturday. I may never recover. Gotta go study that. What is she? Digital design with an emphasis in animation.
Yep.
So hopefully she marries well.
Yes, exactly. And by well, we mean rich.
Yeah, let's not even.
Because I married well, I just didn't marry rich.
Well, yeah. So I was a teacher when you met me. You knew I was never going to make money.
Right. She was the only person I ever met that was making less money than I was.
Yep. My first year full-time teaching job salary was $16,500. And I was like, booyah, I got money.
I think I was making $20,000 as a commercial artist my first year doing that.
And I'm probably altogether with the 3 different jobs I had made like 19 or something. Oh, good thing I spent all that money on my education so I could make nothing.
Well, it's a good thing we were young because we had to do do the dance chaperoning and the
the all-night party we chaperoned.
The all-night party just for her to get some extra cash.
Had aerobics almost every night.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
Yeah, I was a maniac. But finally, after about 9 years and a master's degree, you start making decent money. But it's all good. Now I have a whole whopping, I think, 25 students total in 2 classes. Awesome. Husker.
Well, private school, smaller classes. So.
And they fear me, so it's awesome. John. Oh my gosh, John. John. Guess what I bought? Guess. You're never going to guess, but guess anyway.
Guess we're now taking guesses on what Shelley may have bought.
No, not may have.
Well, did buy.
And actually, I went to a class.
Okay, now I'm trying to think what you're talking. Oh,
it, so that I could get my permit, John. What is it? Come on, John. I see monkeys. Like it. John. I'm going to give you like 5 more seconds. Tell him, Husker.
There's like a minute tape delay yet.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll be patient then. But Husker's like, hurry up, man.
No, he's asking, what did you get? You're supposed to guess.
You're supposed to guess. Well, I'm very, yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know how people are going to feel about it, but I got me a Sig Sauer P365. 9mm. Hi, boo-boo. I don't know what's a Glock. Isn't that like a brand?
I don't know.
I don't know. I got a 9mm. Yeah, So I went to a concealed class, and I got the very next appointment at our sheriff's office. The first available appointment was February 2nd. So apparently, a lot of people in Oregon are getting their carry permit. You're 45. Yeah. I don't know. This one was light. It was small enough. But yeah. But you can't get ammo anywhere.
I want to get a six
Gotcha.
shooter. I want to get a 6-shooter like.
What are you, a cowboy?
Yeah, so I can be a cowboy. I got a fake one. I got a ton of fake
with all
guns.
like the rioting and stuff in Portland, and then they started heading out to southeast Portland. We're southwest Portland, so it was only a matter of time. I was like, oh no, not gonna happen. But yeah, we can't. I have one box of 50 like training ammo, but you can't find ammo anywhere. Even the manufacturers don't have any. Freaking hoarders. Now they're hoarding air filters up here.
That's right. We can't get air filters because they're hoarding those now. So
first it was toilet paper, now ammo.
I'm not getting a gun. I'm just going to get a rubber hose and use that to beat people with. Isn't that what they used to do in the prison films? Get out the rubber hose, just work people over. You're the nice one. Not that I've seen a bunch of prison films. I'm just saying.
For your time in prison?
Before I learned my lesson.
Yeah, everyone is buying ammo. I mean, I could find, if you want to pay $1 a bullet, swords, you can get ammo.
You know, I could go to a comic convention and get a sword.
Mm-hmm.
That always scared me a little bit. My daughter would run me through if I had a sword.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to.
Well, you'll be safe pretty soon while she's in Phoenix.
That's right. But I have thought about going, if we ever drive to San Diego again, which seems unlikely, but, you know, getting one of those swords and hanging it on the wall.
Special 44 Magnum. Feeling lucky.
I can lend you my dirty. Really? See, that I don't even know if I'm strong enough anymore to lift that gun.
Oh, that's funny. But no, yeah, so you can find ammo for $1 a bullet, but I guess normally they're like 17 cents. So apparently I'm just going to have to beat somebody up with my gun. I won't be able to shoot anything. But I got all my stuff for the range. Now I just need to get ammo. Got my ear things and my eye protector stuff. But our instructors were, in fact, I think one is no longer, but they were Army snipers. So they had some good stories.
A little more exciting than my comic book stories, I'm guessing.
Well, your comic book stories don't involve F-bombs either.
Or death.
So, yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah. But yeah, it's exploding up here.
This Electra, by the way, is turning out quite nicely, Cord. I think you may have to steal it before you give it to your girlfriend. I can't remember what I drew for you in your book, but you may have to change it out. Keep the Electra, give her the booster gold or whatever. Was it booster gold? I can't remember. If that's correct, that's pretty amazing that I actually did remember that.
Thanks. Yeah.
She blacked.
So yeah, if anybody can find 9mm ammo, let me know. I searched for like 2 hours online. It was crazy. People are hoarding and they probably don't even have a gun. It's just something to hoard.
It'll be like that couple in Tremors, right? They had all that
ear thingies. Yep. You know me and my high-tech knowledge.
Ear thingies are important.
Yes.
And eye thingies. Ear thingies and eye thingies are extremely important.
Oh, I can't find ammo on eBay. Are you serious? For realsies? Can you imagine?
Oh, wait a minute. Is that Court's girlfriend, Steph Allen? I assume it is.
Oh.
Well.
Awkward.
Well, I was just kidding when I said he should keep it and not give it to you. Awkward. I was just joking.
Make my own bullets. What am I, pioneer? You can't get ammo on Amazon. Honest? I'm going to go look.
Make your own bullets. I love that. You're going to make silver bullets just to be careful. Just in case. Halloween's coming
I
up.
was gonna say, is that the werewolf one or the?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
werewolf.
Our dog looks like a werewolf, so I better be careful.
And I'm writing a werewolf story right now. So
got that going for me.
Which is nice.
Which is nice. I'm looking on Amazon.
See,
my laptop.
then a bunch of bullets are going to show up in a
Obsessed much?
box. Oh boy. Thanks, John. Shelly's off to search Amazon. Mm-hmm. That did turn out nice. I'm really kind of pleased with how she came out. Not that all the other sketches I did for everyone else aren't nice. I'm just...
Okay, John. Laptop, water bottle. Set it.
Shelly has officially joined the show. She'll be talking about gun maintenance while I'm drawing. So you'll get it.
Yeah, I haven't bought anything for cleaning it. Considering I haven't shot it yet. I've carried it around. A little swagger. Okay. So, John, any new grandchildren on the way? We don't have any, by the way. Although Josh has a girlfriend. And he outkicked his coverage. She is gorgeous.
Wow.
Don't tell him I said that.
That's support from your mom right there. Yeah, good job, son. You outkicked your coverage on that one. Better hang on to her.
Gorgeous.
Reminds you of Frank Cho with the line art. Oh, well, you know what? Frank is quite good. So he's a little saucy for my tastes most of the time, but he's quite good. So I'll take that as a compliment and say thank you, Benjamin. I appreciate it. I don't know. Of course, he's not really doing, I mean, he's doing his own comic, isn't he now? But it's like, man, he's always like posting a new drawing all the time. I'm like, where does he have time to do all that and work on his comic? I don't know. He probably doesn't have a teenage daughter running around bugging him either. So
I don't want dummy rounds.
All right.
What?
I kind of dig that.
I'm not. Reusable construction for dry firing practice and safe. No.
I don't even know what that means.
No, nothing but the real. Wait. John, you're a big old liar. Ooh.
Oh, did I knock the
camera?
camera?
That's a holster. You can't get the gun.
Shelley's
yeah, passed the background check. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I would have shocked. We had thought there was no way with her prison record she would ever pass that background check. But
ooh, good thing I changed my name and my identity.
Mm-hmm. Well, Shelley will be doing a gun maintenance video. Have her own channel. You guys can join in for more details on that later. All right. I think I'll sign this sucker.
Husker.
My dog never barks, and he's downstairs barking at somebody for doing something. So you know something cooking downstairs. Flying saucer is here. Now, are you an alien, or is that just like a... Thanks, Court. Glad you like it. John Smith, I'm dying here. Hey, it's Comedy Central tonight. You don't know what's going to be said or who's going to say it. You're cracking John up.
I am?
Yeah.
And you're a good audience, John.
He didn't have to pay for tickets. This is free.
Next
you guys,
year.
Free entertainment.
I have my own panel at San Diego.
That's right. Laughing with Shelley. Okay, I think this is number 190, but I better double check because we don't want to put the wrong number. Any duplicates would kind of ruin the authenticity. Well, I guess it'd still be authentic, but it would screw everything up. So
Oh,
that is 190.
training ammo. Training ammo. What? They'll suck.
All right, so you've seen the signature, you've seen the drawing,
Dumb.
you've seen the number 190. I just knocked stuff on the floor, but that's my way. So, all right, cool. 190 out of 750. Am I ever going to sell all these? Well, let's just try to get to 200 by the end of the year.
They'll
And,
be valuable after we die.
That's
after
right.
We die.
well, hey, I mean, 750 is really not a very big print run. So, oh, you know what I just did?
What?
I knocked my pencil sharpener off, and all the shavings are all over the floor,
Oh, and the dog's
which means
gonna
our
eat 'em.
dumb dog is going to, he just took off with my pencil sharpener.
Husker.
It's incredible.
Husker.
It's incredible.
What a mess you make. Here.
Okay.
Husker.
We have to do a little maintenance here. You didn't expect this kind of entertainment, did you, when you tuned in tonight?
You just had nothing else to do. I'm
he's
bored
just-
enough. I'm
He's
going to
got the
watch
lid.
this.
He's got the
Yeah.
lid to that. Is he still in here?
I
Hunt him down, Shelley, with your gun. All right.
Wait, move your foot.
Oop.
Oop.
This is like living with the Loprestis. You know, there you go. There's a new video
Oh
series,
my
Living
gosh.
with the Loprestis. We'll have our own reality show right here on YouTube.
Have all of one viewer. John.
After a few episodes, you guys will come to know and love us. So,
Oh.
all right. Okay, so let's get to the more serious stuff. Not that Electra was not
Let's go.
serious.
Beep,
Are you sure he's not in here?
beep.
Oh, he's out in the hall. All right. So,
Yep. Okay.
thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, John, you're a big liar. I can't get ammo there. Sucker! I fell right into his
Yep.
trap.
Yep. All right. So, here's where we're at. Are you not
Empty ammo
entertained?
boxes.
That's right. It's an evening with the Loprestis. And a lot of times an evening with the Loprestis comes with dinner. But tonight, we already ate. So, actually, that's what I'll do. You know how, like, was it Joe Quesada and Paul Miotti when they were, like, doing something for Marvel, or maybe when they're doing their Ash book or whatever, they're like, hey, enter a drawing so you can go bowling with us or something. We're going to have dinner with Aaron and Shelley. That'll be one of the big giveaways for the for my Kickstarter.
Sure, we just.
If and when I ever do it. Okay. This is a Kit Carter page. This is episode 9. Now, I already did the blue lines, obviously.
80 cents per round. Are you high?
You're interrupting my lesson.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, so the reason I did that was because it's really hard to see the blue line on here, although you can see it not bad. But I didn't want to do the blue lines because I figured you guys wouldn't be able to see them all that well. And it'd be much more interesting to actually see the me work on the pencils. But what I like to do is I like to go in, I did a thumbnail, 8.5 by 11 thumbnail layout of this before I went in and did the blue lines. So I had kind of an idea of what I was going to do. And then I just kind of rough in the shapes, more or less, with the blue pencil, and use those as a guide, and then draw over the top of them with a regular pencil. This eliminates at least erasing the underdrawing. Because if you do the underdrawing in pencil, then you're constantly cleaning that stuff up. So, and you'll notice here in panel 1, I've got a little bit of a blue perspective grid that I drew. I picked both my vanishing points, and I should really do a video on perspective. I keep saying that, but maybe I will eventually here. But anyway, so I've kind of got a perspective grid in there. So now I can just sort of freehand, using that grid that's already established, what I want going on in the background, and then I can tighten it up with a ruler if I need to later on. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. As my stomach keeps growling, you know, that's
what I thought was the dog.
oh my gosh, I'm telling you.
You know, the next special will be potty noises with the Loprestis.
Bodily functions with Aaron and Shelley. It is dinner theater, man. Oh,
All right,
living La
John,
Vida Loca. Oh my gosh.
$2 a round. That's just insane.
Is that's like per bullet? $2?
Yes.
Wow, you better not miss.
They're normally like 17 cents.
John says he'll check with some of his friends. A couple of them have their licenses to sell. That could be like would that be a James Bond movie? License to sell?
Yeah, but I'm not a Bond babe. That's for sure. Hi, baby doll.
Be like AMX comic. That's right. AMC's Comic Book Man. This would be way better. Dinner with a little evening with a little Presties or dinner with a little Presties, whatever. That's our new show. Oh my goodness.
Oh, come the doggy. No, you didn't close your door behind you. Husker went in the chick cave.
Was that where he was barking at?
In the chick cave? My office.
My wife has a chick cave. So my studio doubles as my man cave. So I guess it's only fair that every time a kid moves out, we utilize their room to become another office space. I'm going to put all my inventory in my daughter's room as soon as she leaves. All right. Now you've kind of seen the layout here, and you can see I go in and pencil in with a regular pencil the frame borders before I start drawing. So I obviously know what my
out of stock.
So, never mind the voice behind the curtain.
Guys, they're so dumb.
Each episode is going to cost at least $100K if it's a major show.
Well, it'll be major.
Well, yeah.
I suppose so.
Well, not if we film it ourselves and put it on YouTube ourselves, and it'll
Colors of Cobra Kai.
It only cost us our time.
Yes, daughter.
You're on YouTube right now, by the way, Samantha. So make sure you don't say any four-letter words.
I was going to ask at 8 o'clock is okay if I go meet the Garden Boys.
Each episode is going to let's see. Kit Carter Warren joined us. Thanks, Warren. Yes, I am working on Kit Carter. Smaller budget show, 5 figures. All right. Okay, so I'm actually going to do a little more blue line. I want to knock in this seat, because in this panel right here, Merv the Astro Chimp is sleeping. The spaceship is parked. If you haven't been keeping up, I don't know what your problem is, but it's they're trying to apprehend Ming the Merciless, Zing the Zealous, and Kit went in on her own, got captured. Now Merv's supposed to do the second part of the plan, which was go in and save her, but he's asleep. So that's kind of the our little gag so far in this this episode. So I'm going to go in here and do my best monkey face.
Out of stock. It says over here in stock. And then but they're liars.
Yeah, but that's like with trying to get toilet paper like 3 months ago. There was like, hey, we're in stock. And you go to order it and go out of stock. Oh.
So dumb. Did the murdering hornets ever get here?
I don't think so. Everybody forgot about that.
Well, you haven't heard anything about COVID.
Well, it's because of the fires.
There's a huge outbreak at University of Arizona. But our daughter's not going there. So.
No. We just want to let her come home.
Well, they're not letting her come home at all.
That's true. She's going to be in the Grand Canyon University bubble in Phoenix, so they don't get to leave campus or nothing. So.
Nope. Can't even come home at Thanksgiving.
And so I just think of the money
John,
that'll save me.
Come up.
That's right, but I can't.
We'll do a special episode of Lounging with the Low Prestige.
That's right. See, the title of the show keeps changing. I have to kind of settle in on a title, I think. I need to zoom in on this more.
I did not get the screen protector for my new phone.
Look at me zoom in. Okay, so that's a monkey.
I've got a monkey. What show was that on? Trivia night.
Oh, that was
Not you, them.
Oh,
I know you should know.
I know, but I had to think about it.
I'm sure them. Those guys.
Oh, lower the banner. See, if Warren, if you didn't show up
Right.
to remind me of that, I would never do it. All right. Okay, let's hide that. There we go. Okay.
The little crusty thumb.
Warren wants me to finish this so he can letter it.
All right, what should I get on Amazon?
I thought you said you ordered me something, but you didn't tell me what it was.
Yep.
How come it hasn't shown up yet?
I don't know. It took me a week to get my phone.
Kind of anxious.
You want me to ruin it?
No, unless you're making me think it's something really, really cool, and it's not.
It is super cool.
Okay, well, then don't ruin it for me.
It's not really that cool.
Okay, well, now you're lying, so I don't know what to believe now.
I'm just going to keep you guessing. Plug yours, I'll tell them.
Okay, so you can see the monkey's kind of asleep here. You got to remember to kind of smoosh his face up here where his hand is.
Morning recovery. Is that a hangover thing? Oh, it is. Why didn't they have those when we were in college? Morning recovery for when you drink.
Was this on Amazon? You can get like morning recovery pills?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Too bad we're too old right now. I'll have to get some for San Diego if we ever get to go back.
Oh, man. I can't wait for convention season to start. Did I actually say that?
I can't believe you just said that.
I can't either. Because I don't really... There's my stomach again. I can't... All right. So this is like the control panel up here. And to be honest with you, I don't really have the reference sitting in front of me for the inside of the ship. So I'm just drawing the monkey. And then...
I got a monkey.
Kingpin? Paul, what are you talking about? It's not the kingpin. It's a monkey.
Got a monkey.
Shelly, search reload ammo 9mm.
Search reload?
That's what he said. Search reload.
Reload 9.
Hyper Potato says 2 times the Loprestes, 2 times the fun.
Oh, yeah. 2 times the sarcasm.
I
I tried to put the bullets I have into the clip. I got 3 in, and that's all I can do. So I bought a thingamajigger that's supposed to help me. And guess where I got it?
On the Dr. Seuss website.
Yep.
Okay, so Merv's asleep. The alarm goes off, and this is going to be him, like, you know, waking up with a huge shock.
Yeah, that's some guy's blog.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Kingpin. Oh, no. You're guessing. Okay, Paul's guessing that, no, she didn't say you have a monkey. She said, I have a monkey.
I have a monkey.
And it's from a cartoon show. I'll give you that.
Yes.
It's not from a movie.
One of the best cartoon shows ever.
Of all time.
Had a character that went,
Okay,
Time for a nice sit.
Okay, you know what? Just give it away.
I gave it away right
Just
here.
give it away.
Out of stock, reloads, out of stock. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so obviously this is a humor strip, so I'm going to go a little bit over the top with his
trying to find ammo.
with his expression here as he gets woken up with the alarm.
So John, when you go to the fire range, do you have to do like target ammo or?
You know, why don't you just call John up on the phone and you can talk to him while I'm doing this?
Oh, okay. I think I might have him in my phone. Oh no, my phone's downloading to the new one.
Oh. Dial M for monkey. No, you're so close. You're so close.
Yeah, really close.
Well, you got Mandark right. Dexter, there it is.
There it is.
Dexter's Lab.
Dexter's Laboratory. That was back when Josh was little.
Now, I have to say, when there used to be a guy here in town, I mean, he's still here, but he used to do comic book show, the Portland Comic Book Show, and it was a one-day show, but he would bring people in and did a pretty good job of taking care of the guests. And I wasn't always a guest. I wouldn't go to every show, but he would always call, because he would do like these brunch cruises and things like that with the guests that he brought in. And he'd always call Shelly and I to go on the brunch cruise, even if we weren't going to the show, just to help him entertain the TV actors and other comic people that they brought in. So I think we were dubbed the Laughing Lopresties. So that was kind of our shtick, man, getting free meals by entertaining the masses. So with this kind of smart, witty repartee. Shock the Monkey, that's Peter Gabriel, who used to be the lead singer for Genesis before Phil Collins took over. So there, I get double points for that.
Night.
Don't be bringing rock trivia with me, pal. Well, anything post 1990, I don't know anything
That's
about.
the stuff I know. I know it all. Sammy doesn't though. She's a rocker.
That's right. I brought her up on 60s and 70s rock.
Pink Floyd t-shirt.
Yeah. Okay. Totally into the Beatles.
Obsessive, kind of like you with Nebraska.
It's true.
All right. Did John answer my question?
What was your question?
I can't use my phone because my phone's downloading to my new phone.
I'll call you, Shelly, but I don't have your number, only Aaron's.
Well, you take Aaron's, you change the last number from a 3 to a 1, and that be me.
There you go.
Or I could give you the number and then everybody can call me when you're bored. But Tuesday and Thursday mornings, don't call me because I'll be teaching.
No, don't. John says, okay, I got it.
Awesome.
Shock the Monkey name there. It's times 2 point score. That's right. Okay, so I'm up. So do I have to throw out the next rock Twivia?
Twivia? Oh.
Wow. Do I have to throw out the next rock trivia question? Okay.
That's so funny.
Okay, what is the highest rated Pink Floyd song on the Rolling Stones top 500
John.
songs of all time?
Hi, John.
What's the highest? If you guys can have a conversation.
Well, just hi.
I've lost total control of the show, and it wasn't that good to begin with. But so anyway, that's the trivia question. Highest ranked. I won't ask you the number, but that Rolling Stone magazine, their top 500 songs of all time, the highest ranked Pink Floyd song on their list. Not the album, the song. Okay, so we have that spastic monkey face. We'll throw a little drool in here. And anybody's eligible to play because you don't win anything. Except my admiration for knowing. And if you guys are, okay, you know what you're doing. I know what you're doing right now. You're looking it up, right? Find the highest rated Pink Floyd song on the, oh, brother, tell you. You got it. Mark Anthony gets a point. That's only worth 1 point, though. And I'm not going to ask you what album it was off of because it clearly was off the Wish You Were Here album. Yeah, so did you look that up or did you actually know that? I don't know if that really looks like a monkey or not, but that's pretty funny. Yeah, so I always go in and do stuff like this, and then I'll go back and check my reference, and then I'll like maybe change the nostrils or something on the monkey or whatever to make it look more monkey-like or whatever I need to do. So consider these sort of rough pencil layouts and not necessarily the finished product. And I think he's funny with his neck stretched out like that. Okay. I don't like that monkey nose. Okay. I'm still not sure I like that monkey nose. Monkey noses are, because I'm doing this wrong. They're the other way, aren't they? See, Frazetta always said that he would draw like horses and bears and all this kind of stuff without actually looking at reference. I don't know if I actually believe that or not. Because at some point you have to study reference to actually know what they look like. So, chimpanzee noses. See, the thing is, I don't like to draw chimpanzee noses the way they actually look because I don't like the way they look. I like gorilla noses more, so I end up like a lot of times putting gorilla noses on my chimpanzees, which is sort of, I guess you'd say that's cheating. It's certainly inaccurate, but the reality is it's a comic strip, so what the heck, right? If I want to cross my monkey, and it's a space monkey, who knows what he's been crossbred with, right? So I seem to be doing a good job of justifying my choices here. Walter Simonson chiming in with the old Kirby joke. Not getting paid to erase. Well, since this is my own strip, Walter, I'm not getting paid anything. Okay, so anyway, so there's our spastic monkey face, waking up with the alarm. Got to get good laughs for the kids, right? Okay. See, Walter, you should do like some of these videos. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I have to start doing like guests on these shows when Shelly's not here to keep you all entertained. So I'm going to, you know what? I'll rope you, Walter, into coming on with me sometime and we'll discuss things and we'll blow up the internet. It'll be huge. Because I know that everybody'd like to hear from the great one, Walter Simonson. Who, as far as I know, is still working on Ragnarok for, is it IDW that's publishing that? So you guys should be checking that out if you're not. It's always fun when you do one of these crazy things and some big names drop by. It makes me feel sort of important. Like I know people.
In case, you know, I've got to document what you
Hey, Walter Simonson dropped by.
Oh, Uncle Walt.
Shelley says hi, Walter, if you're still there.
Walter.
There he is. Says, I don't know, my pencil flies all over the drawing. None of this really carefully drawing for me. Yes, it is. I did it when I just started the fourth art commercial break.
It was so strange. It was really really weird when I just stop and I go, oh wait.
I know, but I want to see you draw totally different than I do. That's why I would love to watch you do your thing. I have in the past, but can never get enough of watching other talented people draw. It's I find it quite enlightening. I always end up drawing like these monkeys with like half human, half monkey hands, because they wouldn't really be able to hold a gun very well, in this case, a laser, gun with regular monkey hands. So got to humanize him. So anyway, he's like, he just woke up, so he's a little bit groggy here. He's hanging over the seat. Gotta run. You folks stay safe, and I want you to take care, pal. Thanks, Walter. I appreciate you stopping in. Take care. That was the great Walter Simonson. You don't get guys like, they're like legends just dropping by on anybody's YouTube channel. So Jim Lee will probably never drop by my YouTube channel, but Walter Simonson will. And David Williams occasionally will make an appearance. So you just never know. Shelley may drop in, like tonight. Okay, so I'm going to have the, so he's facing the back of the ship now. So the control panel is going to be here, right? So this is going to be, we're going to be able to see, like I said, I don't have the reference sitting in front of me, so I'll just do this for you guys' sake. I'm not exactly sure what it looks like off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've drawn, but we'll have like a Zing's compound in the background, and then some bushes and trees because they're kind of hidden in the jungle here. So we'll look through that. So basically, what do we got going here storytelling wise? We've got him sitting in his chair. We're obviously going to know that he's in the spaceship because you'll be able to see the interior, right? And if you read all the strips together concurrently, it won't take much to remind you that, because he was there a couple episodes ago. So then we get the close-up of him waking up, which, we got to have that. And so then here he is sort of like hanging over the chair going, why did I set the alarm? Okay, and then we got the background here. So I'm setting the scene basically to remind you where we're at, which is outside of Zing's compound. So then we're going to cut inside here where Kit is being held captive, and she's going to be taken to the dungeon, I guess, which we will see next episode after this one. So let's see here. All right. I'm going to put this down for a second. I got to close the door. Shelley's conversation is distracting me. There we go. All right. That's old age sitting down in a chair. Okay. So I have a really bad habit of drawing figures and knocking in the background after I draw the figures. And any intelligent person, artist, would actually do a grid like I did up here, kind of establish the background first and draw the figure. But I always like to draw the fun stuff first, and then I'm like, now I got to draw the background, which is my least favorite thing to do. I should be like Dave Sim when he was doing like Cerebus. He would like just draw Cerebus, and then he'd hire this background guy to do all the all the buildings and everything. But I know there's some pillars back here and some stuff, so we'll just kind of some curtain-like things. So there's not going to actually be a lot of perspective in this. So remember our head shape here, back to drawing 101, is basically an egg shape, right? Because she's going to be straight on. And I drew this little grid here to kind of figure out where the middle of the face is, so where I'm going to put the eyes and where the nose is going to line up. I think Kit's line here is one of, she's a little bit nervous, so I don't want to. So I'm going to do something with her eyebrows to kind of convey that. She just looks kind of like she has a happy face right there, so we need to fix that. Yeah, so she's basically saying, as he says, take her to the dungeon. She's saying something like, go ahead, do your worst. Then she goes, well, you don't have to start with your worst. We can start with just bad and gradually work our way up, kind of thing. So I may futz with the expression quite a bit before I actually get exactly what I want out of this. So usually I'll go through and finish a panel completely before I move on to the next one. But for the, for the sake of this live feed video here, I'm going to kind of get all of it roughed out for you guys. So, okay. I'm going to hunch her shoulders a little bit because she's got her hands tied behind her back here. She's marching off. So I want her slouching just a little bit, kind of looking a bit dejected or defeated. Oops, wait a minute. I think that goes over here. She has a patch on one shoulder, and it has been so long since I've drawn Kit Carter, I can't even remember what her costume looks like. What the heck is that? Okay. All right, so got Kit. And I got one of the guards. I gotta remember what those stupid helmets look like. I put them in. I tell you, this is horrible. The funny thing is, I can be doing a comic book like Wonder Woman, for example, and draw like the villain or something on one page, and then the villain will be on the next page, and I'll completely can't remember his costume. So I'm constantly pulling up the pages I drew before. I clearly have problems. But this has always been an issue with me. It's not just old age going, I can't remember what it looks like. And sometimes I go back and double check Wonder Woman's costume. All right, so they got some sort of like space spear type thing. You can see I'm working the perspective here a little bit so that this thing, as the handle trails off, it's going to get thinner, obviously, with the perspective, right? Okay. So he has one hand here holding this. I don't know. Can you hear my wife as clearly as I can hear her? I shut the door and I can still hear her. And because I'm completely lame and I hate, like I said, I only like to draw figures. I hate drawing costumes. So I have these fat guards and they don't have any costume. They don't have any shirts on. because that's how I roll. That's what the future looks like, man. That's what space is going to be like. The guards will not have shirts. They're going to have broader shoulders than I gave him, though. Kind of want those shoulders sagging a bit. So again, we'll sort of knock out the form here. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. Okay. I know they got some sort of like a pro wrestling belt on or something, like the championship belt or something. Okay, so we have the guard there, Kit in the foreground. Got Zing the Zealous back here. I'm going to give him a little tilt of his head. He smugly gives the order to take her to the for her execution. His little doily on his head, this little Marvin Martian thing. His big old Zing nose. And a Zing beard. I'm roughing in some details here, but it's going to be much cleaner when I actually get around to the finished pencils. Of course, I'm inking this myself, so I don't have to have the pencils be quite as tight as I would if someone else were inking it. But as I've probably said before many times, that I like to kind of figure things out in the pencil stage because I can still erase at that point. And so I have really tight pencils, generally speaking, even for myself. I'll even put in the line work, although I might put it in a lot more sloppy than I would for someone else, if someone else was inking, because I kind of want to see what the line work's going to look like. Again, you don't want to be, at least I don't want to be putting in a bunch of lines in the inking stage and then decide after I put them in that, you know, these don't really work. Okay, so Zing's back there kind of bopping his head in, giving the order. She has her little quip, and then we move on back to, and I'll explain my thought process for this in a second, in terms of storytelling. We go back to Merv the Astro Chimp, who realizes why he set the alarm. It was to save Kit. And so he sort of was reacting like, oh my gosh, I overslept, or supposed to save Kit, blah, blah, blah. So he's going to have a total highly expressive reaction, shall we say. Sure, he's got to have big monkey ears. Okay. All right, well, the shoulders are going to come up, probably cover up part of those ears. So what we see here is him sort of grabbing his head with both hands. So we will go. That's his, oops, sorry. That's his foot. It's not real clear. It will be in a minute. Maybe made his gut too big there. So give him these big old feet, which I'm pretty sure monkeys don't have big old feet, but if you're a cartoon monkey, you have big old feet. So this is basically him going, like I said, he's coming to the realization that he's supposed to be saving Kit right now, or helping Kit out, which turns out to be saving her because she got captured and wasn't really planning on getting captured. But I mean, who of us really are ever planning to get captured, right? I'm going to have to splurge and get high def on this StreamYard account. Because I just do not like I don't like the fact that this is not really super crisp and clear for you guys to see. I wonder if I gave him too much forehead. I think I did, actually. There we go. Okay, so then his tail.
I talk so softly. How's it going, hon?
Great. We were tuned into your conversation for most of it.
Oh, were you? Yeah, we're loud talkers over here. It was really weird. So I was trying to hear Aaron through your phone. So weird. So weird.
All right.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, we're kind of loud talkers. That's what we do. We laugh a lot. We talk loud. We're not annoying at all.
Okay, so.
Okay, I gotta find. So yeah, so if I go to the range, then they should have ammo for me. Okay. Okay.
I think he would sleep with his gun belt on, so we'll put that on there. Then I'm just going to do a bunch of going to do like these surprise lines and stuff.
I think I need to get another clip.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the last panel
Like, rookie.
is now here I'm eyeballing my perspective, and that's one thing you sort of pick up through experience, I guess, and is eyeballing perspective. Now this isn't going to be exactly right, but if I go back in here and if I find my vanishing point based on my two farthest lines apart, if you will, So that show on the page, like, okay, let's say that, and then this line is going to be the last horizontal line. And so I'll just draw these down like that until they converge, right? And then I'll have my vanishing point right there. And then I can test all my other lines coming out of it from that stage, right? But if I'm really convinced that these two lines, for example, are the lines I want to keep, they may alter these lines a little bit. So it depends on what perspective lines are going to be the ones that are the most comfortable and look the most natural. So if I think this is right here, because this really sort of establishes the wall of the spaceship, if I want to keep these at the angle they're at, then I'll cross these two lines over here. And then if that means this line goes a little bit more like that, because the vanishing point changes, then that's okay. I don't care about that as long as I keep this space looking like that. So that's kind of how I cheat perspective. Now I'll go in and, like I said, I'll go in and mark this up and make sure that it's actually correct. But I will eyeball it like this to kind of get a feel for the scene. Okay, so I'm going to have a bunch of like tech stuff, you know, inside spaceship kind of stuff here. And again, I have reference for this because I've established it already, but I don't remember off the top of my head. So this is like going to be his little refrigerator back here built into the wall of the spaceship. And right, so I'll do this in pencil so you can see it a little bit better. But the gag is, oh, he's all worried. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Kit. I got to go save her. And then he's like, well, I've got enough time for lunch, you know. So he, his concern for Kit is quickly outweighed by his concern for himself, and that's kind of Merv's character. He's the comic relief, so I got to give him all the best lines. And Kit is actually really the straight man in the series because the villains are all just complete idiots, and Merv is kind of a dope, but he's very helpful, you know. Johnny Fitz has jumped in. Hey, Johnny. Thanks for joining us. Flying Saucer says, let's see what Flying Saucer says. He says, thanks for the extra details of the process here. Well, you are welcome. It's my pleasure. I'm going to mix it up a little bit, give you guys something a little bit different than what I normally do. Okay. So see, this whole thing may change because I don't want Merv to be too small, but I've established his head there. So now this arm's going to be reaching in the fridge to get something. I won't tell you exactly what's in the fridge because that'll kind of kill the joke. You'll actually have to read the strip to find out. But I'll have him down here on his haunches, his tail up, and his big old cartoon feet down here. Now his other arm is going to go around the back of the fridge door that he just opened, right? So we get the sense that he just opened the fridge, which he did. And I'll put some, you know, condiments or whatever in these side doors here. And again, I would, before I'd actually go in and pencil up any more of this, I would go in and establish my vanishing point over here and draw out all my perspective grids with a ruler rather than freehand what I'm doing right now. But anyway, so then we'll go in with the interior of the fridge and then, you know, maybe some Chinese food leftovers in here. And so then that's pretty much that's your gag for the strip, right? So, and those of you that aren't familiar with Kit Carter, there she is in color. And there's Merv the Astro Chimp. And I've actually put a harp on his nose again. I actually redesigned the nose on his look since I did this print several years ago. But they're both sort of bubble helmet space cadets. And as of right now, I'm treating Kit Carter like a Sunday newspaper strip. So if you haven't been checking this out, you can go to my website blog, which is, let me put it up for you. Wait a minute, that's my PayPal address. So you can always send me money if you want. Aaron, okay, that's my email. There's my web address right there, aaronlepresky.com. Okay, so that's the web address. And if you go to my blog, there's 2 of these up, black and white ones up. I have 6 full color strips up and a protected website that was part of a deal that you bought my limited edition Kit Carter print, you'd get access to the color. My stomach is like growling and making weird noises, and I apologize if that's picking up on them. Oh man, I tell you. Anyway, so you get the color ones, the first 6 strips, as part of getting the $15 signed and number limited edition Kit Carter print. And that option is still available. Now, when I get around to eventually doing a book at some point, all the stuff that's on the protected website will be included as well. So it just depends on how patient you are. But if you want to read the last 2 previous episodes to this, they're in black and white, but they're fully lettered and everything. And they're on my website blog. So you go check that out. But essentially what I'm doing is treating these as newspaper strips. And what that basically means is they're formatted like comic book pages, obviously, because I want to publish them at some point in a comic book sized, format or something. Holy Moses. So the idea was I wanted them, rather than doing them like an old newspaper strip in terms of the formatting, the size formatting, which would have been really difficult to do as a book. It would have been very awkward, I think. I do them as a comic book page, but the idea of a Sunday strip is the same, because each episode, which I call one page, I call an episode, right? So it's a continuity. It's part of a larger continuity, okay? But each episode has sort of a beginning and an ending gag to it, right? So you read this and you get, like you would on a Sunday paper, newspaper strip back in the day. Those of you who are old enough to remember that stuff. Oh, for crying out loud. Hang on a second. Hello. Hey, I'm doing a live feed right now. Can I call you back in a few? I'm almost done. Okay, bye. That was my son. He always calls when I'm doing live feeds. Never calls when I'm not doing live feeds. But anyway, so this has just really been a real slice of the home life with me tonight, hasn't it? Yeah, Kristen recognizes the Jaws ringer. Absolutely. So again, the idea is that you would be able to read one episode, kind of laugh and go, okay, there's the joke. But it's also, then you're like, okay, well, I'll tune in next week to find out what happens next. So each one is a self-contained little gag, but they are part of a bigger continuity, obviously, of an ongoing story. But what this allows me to do is, I think I had a really tough time. And if you go check out the strip on the blog, all this stuff is explained. But just to kind of give you a recap, I really had a hard time coming up. I'd done a bunch of prints and stuff for the character just as sort of visual gags. They weren't necessarily, it wasn't really meant to be part of a bigger thing. It was just my sort of tribute to 50s sci-fi, in a humorous way. And so I did a series of prints, and then of course everybody got interested in seeing more. And are you going to do a story? And I started writing a script, and I just I could not get my head around the concept, because the concept was never really developed. It was just kind of a gag. It was a visual gag, right? Now I'm trying to turn a visual gag. It's kind of like trying to turn a Saturday Night Live skit into a movie, right? That never works. So as I developed this whole thing, I would write part of a script and just throw it out, because I thought, this really blows. This is not what I want. And I wasn't sure what I wanted. But then I started thinking, what if I approached this as a newspaper strip, more of as a gag strip in little singular episodes? And they could be, and what that allows me to do is kind of cut out all the riffraff, the in-between scenes, which I guess we would call character development. And although I think their characters are established in this, there's not all the extra stuff that you'd get in a comic book, right? I'm able to kind of like jump from scene to scene and leave gaps that I couldn't normally do in a comic book. And it was just easier for me to kind of get my head around the character that way, and to write it that way, as opposed to writing it as a 22-page comic. And since I've started doing that, and this is the 9th episode of the story, I'm really starting to get a grip on the characters and what I want to do with them, and how I could do them as a regular continuity in a regular comic story. So if and when I get this thing put together in a book, I would take the Sunday strips, or the episodes, and they would be in the book, but then I would have they would be reprinted in the book, and then I would have a large original regular story of Kit. But it took me doing it this way to sort of be able to really get my head around the character and what I wanted to do with it, and how I wanted to approach it and all that kind of stuff. So, and this is also, it's less pressure, to put it this way, because I'm putting it out on the web, obviously for free. So I don't have anybody, like, no one can justify saying, why are you taking so long, man? Where's the next episode? And that kind of thing, because everybody's getting them for free. So I can just kind of post it whenever I can get around to doing it. So there's really no pressure on me in terms of deadlines for this stuff. And so it allows me, if I was doing a regular continuity, like 22 pages, it'd be like, you're hanging on each page. You're like, what happens in the next page? What happens in the next page? And it's really hard to do a 22-page story over. Oh my gosh. I know, turn my phone off. I never did. But it would be really hard to post a 22-page regular story online if I was doing it a page at a time, and you're getting a page once every couple months, right? But if it's a newspaper strip like this, you get the gag, right? The story's not over, but at least this is kind of a self-contained portion of scene within the bigger story. So yeah, you're still left hanging, but you kind of get a little bit of closure in terms of the gag on this episode. And so when you have to wait 2 months to get the next one, it's not like it's killed any momentum, because there really isn't that much momentum to begin with. It's singular episodes, one at a time, whenever they get out. So it works well, I think, as a free web comic in this format, and that's kind of another reason why I did it.
Did you miss me?
I think everybody did. Okay, Court. Well, you're one person that would be absolutely down for a full-fledged Kit Carter book, so I'm going to put your name down there on the list, so I have one buyer. We'll see if I can grow that over the coming months. I'm hoping to be a little bit more regular with this. I keep saying that, but then I keep getting these jobs from DC or whatever that are like tight deadlines, and I just don't have any time to work on this stuff, because I'm just focused on what I'm doing for the DC stuff. So, anywho, and speaking of which, I'm doing a Wonder Woman. It's a digital only story. It's part of there's a digital, I guess, a digital series, Wonder Woman series. I'm not all that familiar with what DC is doing digitally, but maybe some of you are. But anyway, I'm doing a story for that, and then I'm doing part of that Generations thing that was just advertised. I think Newsarama had a big story on it. It's like an 80-page book. There's a ton of people working on it. Well, I'm one of the people working on it. So I have a small segment in there that I'm doing for that after I'm done with the Wonder Woman thing and after I get back from taking our daughter to college. So then after that, I may be unemployed again. Who knows? And then I can get on more of this stuff. So anyway, okay. So, I mean, that's really all I got for you guys tonight. I wanted you to see the layout here process for this, and I'll get this hopefully cleaned up and finished in a reasonable amount of time. But of course, I'm not going to promise anything because I'm too unreliable.
You are not.
Actually, I'm not unreliable at all, but I do tend to put my paying work first.
Well, you should have married better.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, this is, I guess, this will conclude our episode of Aaron Live, or it could be the very first episode of Aaron and Shelley at home, or whatever we decided to call the show. And maybe we'll be doing more of those in the near future. Oh, okay.
It's too funny.
Johnny, thanks for stopping by. I know you're heading out. I'm heading out too. So Steph says she would be too. Okay, so that's 2 books. All right. We got 2 books sold. All right.
Booyah.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
All right. Anyway, I don't have a Garbage Man update for you guys because I haven't talked to Dark Horse, but I will in the next. Actually, I may send him an email tomorrow. But anyway, thank you again for joining me. It was fun for me. I hope it was at least mildly entertaining for you. Kristen Geyser Grant says, thanks, Aaron.
Hey.
Shelley's here too. So she
Hi.
says, hey. If you can't hear her, you probably can hear her.
They can hear me in Sherwood.
That's right. So even through the smoke, they can hear you. So anyway, I guess that's it. I will try and get back on sooner than later, but you know me. You never know. Someday I'll get on a schedule and I'll be in the TV guide and you guys can go, oh, hey, he comes on Thursday nights at 7. That's must-see TV.
Right after Seinfeld.
Exactly. Oh, there we go. Thanks for streaming. It was a fun show. Hey, thank you for making it a fun show. You guys are our live studio audience, and I really appreciate you joining us.
We have the background.
That's right.
The canned applause.
I do have some of it. I should be able to. If I can figure out how to actually run it on with this live stream, I'll do that. But technology is not my friend.
It's awesome until it's not.
That's right. All right, guys.
Hey.
Again, thanks a lot, and we
you.
will see you next time.
Bye.